Hi friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I am starting off this vlog on Wednesday. I had class yesterday on Tuesday. I was just feeling, I was coming into the week very flustered, very frustrated, very, I wouldn't say very overwhelmed. I really didn't let it get to me because I knew it was out of my control. We had our first assessment for pharmacology, and our professor had sent us an announcement on Blackboard saying that she had looked over the exam and she saw that there were a lot of questions that we weren't going to know because we haven't gone over them. And she said, just take a deep breath, just try your best. It wasn't going to affect our grade. Mainly it's an assessment, so they want to see where we're at right now. It was a practice A assessment for pharmacology. And that kind of flustered me because I thought going in it would affect my grade, or I didn't know exactly how it would affect our grade. And going in feeling like I'm not learning anything, but I am, because I was in class, I was answering questions, and she gave us a scenario and I knew what to do. I did take the exam and I didn't know any of it. The two questions I did know were dosage calculations. She said that if you're around a 50, then you're okay. That's actually pretty good. And they actually want you to be like at a 60. Anything below a 60, then you have to take remediation. But my overall score was a 43%. I think that's decent. You know, after all, I didn't know any of those questions. I maybe knew 10, and that was just questions on like what would a nurse do in this situation, you know. But they were all mainly pharmacology questions. Let me put you down. And so we just looked at each other, like my classmates and I, we were just like wide-eyed, and we were like, we didn't know anything. But it's okay. And we had a really good class day. We were doing, we went into lab, and our professor had a whole scenario for us, and we each played a different part in the clinical team. But there was only one team who got to do it. The rest of us, we watched. But I got to play in my head, like the questions that she was asking, I knew what to do. So I am learning. I love my school. I need to remind myself that this is the 5th week. By the way, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Chrisantadelao. I'm 36 years old, mother of 4, been married almost 14 years, and I am documenting my journey into becoming a nurse. I am in my first semester. I am in a BSN-RN program. This will actually be my 2nd degree, and we are taking pharmacology that's mixed with dosage calculations in an online class called, it's actually Essence of Professional Nursing in a Rural Border Community, but ATI calls it Community Health. I've really enjoyed the semester so far. You know, you just have weeks where you're emotional, you doubt yourself, and you're feeling overwhelmed. But when you actually go to class and you see that your hard work is paying off, where you understand the professor and you can answer questions, you are doing good. It's just, I think we all hold ourselves to a very high standard, which is good. You want to do that. You always want to try your best in whatever situation or whatever career you're in. You want to be prepared. You don't want to seem incompetent, and you want to know what to do. But sometimes it can feel like it's never enough, and that's not a good place to be. So I'm feeling a lot better. And I got a comment this morning on my 4th week YouTube video, my 4th week of nursing school vlog, and I loved what she said. I really wish I knew her name, but she's under NTCG. And she had such great advice. She really put me at ease when I read this. She said, hang in there. Most nursing schools schedule pharmacology in the shorter semesters, which is typically in the summer. Okay. I was like, okay, I didn't know that. It is going to be overwhelming, but I think it is meant for students to not go too far in depth and not be in the weeds. And if you don't know, this is your first video, like I've been talking about how much I enjoy pharmacology, but how I want how I want to go into depth and really learn the process, because I just think I find it really interesting. But when she said that, I mean, I'll read you the rest, it got my wheels turning. Like, it is a shorter semester and it is really interesting, but in nursing school, you're learning to pass the ATI, which is a whole perfect scenario that they put up for us. Not to say that nursing school is essential, but how we're learning is mainly to pass the test. And yes, it'll help us when we're on the field, but it's actually on the field when you will learn. So it made me think I'm probably wasting too much time trying to go too in depth, and when I should be more focused on learning what the teacher tells us to learn in order to pass. Because as a nurse, you're gonna have your whole career to learn and remember and to go as deep as you want. So anyway, she said, just stay up to date with your assignments. Try to turn them in 1 week early to lessen your anxiety and stress. I felt like I was not learning also, but ended up with an A+. Congratulations! In Pharm, and passed my RN ATI Pharm content exam with a 92%. That's pretty amazing. Once your assignments are turned in, then you have the relaxed freedom, in quotations, to read and reread for understanding. See? Okay. Always remember, nursing school is just there to get you prepped for the NCLEX. ATI unnecessarily over prepares you and is way harder than the NCLEX. Anyway, the real learning takes place once you start working as an RN. Good luck and God bless. Her comment, by the way, thank you if you are watching this. Your comment really put me at ease, and it was such great advice. So if you're taking Pharm, I think she just hit the nail on the head. She's exactly right. We're fixing to go to my grandma's, which is my hometown where I grew up, in the border town, because we're gonna go celebrate my daughter's birthday. My oldest daughter, she's not my oldest child, but my oldest daughter turned 11 on the 23rd, and we celebrated it on Monday when I wasn't working, since I worked the weekends. We went ahead and just celebrated on Monday. And as y'all saw, if y'all did see that video, we're very simple people. My kids are accustomed to just cake and pizza and family, and that's what we did. I really wish we would have gotten a bounce house though, because it is so hot. But I need to remember to do that for the other kids. My husband went to go pick up the kids from Vacation Bible School. I'm going to eat, and then we're heading off to my hometown. We won't be there that long because we need to come back in time for the kids to go to youth church. And also I have to get caught up on some things, and I really need to go work out. I have not worked out. We'll start headed and we'll get on the road, and you'll come with us. I'd love to bring you with me. All right, let's go to Big Ma's. Yay! Dad. It's Thursday, June 27th. It is 3 p.m. and I just got back from dropping off my kids because I have such a wonderful mother-in-law. This morning I dropped off the kids at Vacation Bible School, and then I met up with a friend to go eat breakfast. That never happens. I never meet with friends to go out to eat, and I knew that this friend just needed to talk and to vent. So we met up in the morning and we had a really good conversation. It was just really good catching up with her. That woman is just full of faith. I love being around her, and I just really wanted to catch up with her because we really haven't had time since we no longer work together, and it's been crazy. So even though I knew I had so much to do, I really wanted to see her because that's important, you know, having relationships with your friends and staying in contact with them. Relationship community is so important. And then by the time we finished, I had to pick up the kids and I came home, and just coming home, y'all, it really stresses me out because there's so much that I'm neglecting. There's so much to do that it overwhelms me. One, we're already crammed in a really small trailer. If y'all don't know, we live in a very old 2-bedroom trailer as a family of 6, and I have to remind myself that we're here for a purpose. We're in the trailer because it's the least expensive, and we're paying for nursing school, so as long as we can keep our expenses down, it helps so much. And y'all know that housing, rent is so expensive, and so we decided to stay in the trailer for these next 2 years. It's just, it gets crammed. It gets so crammed, and I just feel like there's just stuff everywhere. And I told my husband I just want to get a bulldozer and just come in and ram everything out, but because I get so overwhelmed, I don't even know where to start. So I started to clean the kitchen, and I was just in my head. I was so overwhelmed just thinking about everything that I needed to do. And it doesn't help that this weekend I'm working 3 shifts. I had agreed to work for a friend because her boyfriend was getting surgery, and I didn't want her to miss that, so I told her I would work Friday. But working 3 shifts in a row is really difficult when you already have so much on your plate. I cannot see myself working full-time as a nursing student and as a mom of 4. That's way too much. So I basically have the rest of today and only part of tomorrow because I still need to take a nap before I go to work. And so that part stresses me out. But last night, I think I did show, we came back from my mom's. It was really nice heading down there. And like I said, relationships are important. Keeping up with others is important. But it's definitely put me back. It's okay though. Most of it, I know it can be done. It's just right now I'm just thinking about it, and I'm thinking about everything that I need to do versus me doing it. The problem is, the solution to this problem is for me just to do it, and I will. I know I'll be okay. It's just it's crammed, you know? And last night when we came back, I went ahead and did the essence assignments. So now I just need to focus on pharmacology med cards and doing the dosage calculations for mental health assessment, which that can be done today. The part where it's difficult is there's so much reading, but I'm hoping and praying that we'll have really good shifts and I'll have enough time to do my readings while I'm there. That's why I want to go ahead and get these out of the way, these assignments where it does take time, but when I'm at work, is just take the books and just read. I'm going to have to just believe that what I'm reading is retaining. The part of me taking notes, it's just taking so much of my time. There's so much reading. What I wanted to mention is, so I came home with the kids and I started to clean the kitchen, and I was overwhelmed and feeling and doing and thinking all of these things. And I head to my room to put up some things, and I see my son, my oldest son. I knew he was in my room reading his Bible, but when I walked in, he was sitting up, and I'll try to insert the photo here. He was sitting up and just praying over his Bible, and I just got teared up because I felt like God sent me that reminder to tell me that I am okay, that everything is okay, that no matter where I'm falling short of, what I just saw is what's most important, and that is that my kids love God. My kids are loved. I have really good kids, like really, really good kids. I'm always getting compliments about how much they love my kids, or how well behaved my kids are, or the manners that they have. We've raised really, really good kids, and all of that takes time and so much effort, and just a lot of it consumes a lot of you emotionally, just pouring into them and teaching them, you know. It takes a lot. We took a lot of effort into raising our kids, and it shows. But you know, when I think about all the things that I could do or that I should be doing, that's whenever I feel like I'm falling short of. But there's seasons for everything. And I was reading y'all's comments from my previous video from my 4th week of nursing school, and oh my gosh, y'all put my heart at ease. One of the comments was saying that our kids will never remember those moments, those exact moments where they felt neglected, and she was so right, because sometimes we'll have conversations and we'll talk about memories, and not once did my kids ever mention how they wish that I was more present, because I am present. I just I'm not doing what I wish I could do, and right now the best that I could do is be present, which I am, and at this point is doing what needs to be done, not what I wish I could do, but just doing what I know needs to be done. And this season isn't forever. It's just a season. It's nursing school, and the plus side of it is that my girls get to see what it takes to work hard for your dreams, and also my boys. That's a positive way of looking at what I'm doing, because I can definitely make myself feel bad for what I'm not doing, but I can't do that to myself during this season, because I'm doing this to better our life. I'm doing this to better our situation, to give my kids better opportunities, to be able to buy a home, to be able to afford making even bigger and better memories, like going on vacations. That's something that my husband and I didn't do as kids, because you know, we grew up on very little. We didn't have much growing up, and I want to change that for my kids, and so does my husband. After this weekend, we'll be going into July, and y'all, I am just doing one shift each week. I'm going to Sundays, and I feel like that's what's necessary right now, because of how I am feeling and how exhausted I am. And that's what I love about PRN shifts, that I can go off by what I know I can do. Work isn't a priority. My kids and my school are my priority. Work comes third. And that can be really hard for me, because if they call and they ask me if I can help, most of the time I'll say yes, but I'm getting to the point where I don't have to answer right away. I can let them know, hold on, let me look at my calendar, because if I feel like I have to answer right away, I'll say yes, and then I'll feel even more overwhelmed. So we're learning, but okay, that is enough talking. Because like I said, I'm feeling overwhelmed because I'm just thinking about it and I'm not taking any action. So we're going inside, we're going to get work done. That way we are ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow will be Friday and I'll start my work weekend of 3 shifts. I'm going to go ahead and vlog that. I haven't done a CNA vlog in a while, And because this vlog is pretty short, I really didn't film as much. I'll have two videos up for next week. So I'm sorry that this vlog is short, but you'll get 2 videos to make up for that. Let me go in and get started with studying. Just checking in. My goodness, I look horrible. It's okay. I have just been sitting here. It's already going to be 10 in about 15 minutes, and I've been sitting here since 3. Of course, with kids, you can't really sit down and give your 100% focus. Also, I've been kind of distracted. I've had friends call me, and I've just been checking some stuff online. And I got a pretty exciting email as well, so yeah, I've been distracted quite a bit, but I'm pretty confident that tonight I will finish all of my med cards, and then I'll do a reflection journal for my online essence class, which is community health. Oh, I still need to do the critical care, the dosage calculations assessment. I might have to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I am working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'll have to do it tomorrow. I don't think I spend too much time on dosage cal. It takes me about an hour with doing all of the calculations, and then if I get any wrong, I redo it. And so yeah, so I'll check in with you and I'll let you know at what time I finish. It's 10:30. I called my husband and I told him just bring the kids, I'll lay them down, you go back and you focus on your lines. And I went ahead and washed the dishes. It's nice to wake up in the morning to a fresh, clean kitchen. It's not always done, but when it is, it's really, really nice. I'd like to get on to, well, I don't even know why I'm trying to get on a regular schedule when this weekend, it is Thursday today, and tomorrow starting Friday I will be working my 12-hour night shifts. So I'll work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. So I'm not even sure why. I'll probably stay up. I will. So the kids are on their way. I'll lay them down to bed. I did not finish my med cards, but that's okay. I'll have tomorrow, and really I have until Tuesday, so we're okay. We're not going to stress. Everything's going to be fine. So I will see y'all tomorrow morning. So it is currently 2:09. It's Friday, June 28th. Can't believe we're already at the end of this month. It went by so fast, especially when you're in nursing school. You have something to do every single day, so it just makes every day go by really fast. This is the first time I'm going to the gym all week. I just have not had the time nor the energy to go to the gym. This week was a lot of socializing outside the house, which I don't do much of. I have so much to do. I don't have a lot of time on my hands, but I know it's important to be surrounded by your loved ones, and it's important. It's very, very important to me. We're here. Put my headphones on. Let's go work out.